Welcome to Key Cyber. They want what you have got. Don't give it to them. Think before post. In Key Cyber, you will get familiar with cybersecurity domain. Cybercrime is on the rise, hence we have to be alert and aware about cybersecurity threats. So stay tuned with our social media handles. Today is a Women's Day, so today we are going to celebrate Women's Day by discussing two one of the most important topics, that is women's right and laws to safeguard women against cybercrime in India. So first we will discuss about women's right and then we will go with the cyber laws. Myself, today I am a speaker of today's event. So myself Harshita Jadhav. I am a founder and CEO of Key Cyber. So let's get started with women's right. The first right to marry a partner of your own choice. Every girl who is 18 years and above has the freedom to choose a partner of her choice. Free consent is absolutely necessary for a valid marriage. No one can compel her to marry against her wishes. The next right to monogamous marriage. Under the law, marriage has been monogamous, thus, one cannot remarry during lifetime of an existing spouse. Such act is punishable under section 494 of the Indian Penal Code, that is IPC. The next right to say no. Every woman has absolute over her body. No one can compel her to establish sexual relations without her consent. That would amount to rape. A husband has presumed matrimonial consent to cohabit with his wife who is above 18 years of age, but if he sexually abuses his wife, woman has to right to get protection under section 18 of the Domestic Violence Act 2005. The next right to protection against violence. If any woman in a domestic relationship faces violence, that is, she is subjected to physical, verbal, emotional, sexual, or economic abuse, she has the right to seek relief under the domestic violence. The next right, right against sexual harassment. Every woman has the right to safely inside as well as outside her home. Thus, she has a right to protect herself against sexual harassment of workplace or otherwise. There is a specific law that safeguards women against any kind of sexual harassment at workplace. In addition to this, there are previous under IPC that make eve teasing 509 of IPC, molestation 354 of IPC, and sexual harassment 354 of 354A IPC punishable event. The next right to private defense. Everyone has the right to use force against an aggressor in order to defend oneself. This right extends to even causing the death of the aggressor where the assault causes a reasonable apprehension that the woman would be otherwise subjected to rape, unnatural sex, kidnapping, abduction, or acid attack. The next right to privacy. She has a right to complain if anyone follows her, physically monitors her activities online, or repeatedly tries to foster interaction with her despite a clear indication of disinterest from her side. This amounts of stalking, which is punishable under 354D of the IPC. In addition to this, if anyone watches, captures, or disseminates the image of a woman engaging in a private act without her consent, then such person is guilty of voyeurism under section 354C of the IPC. The next right to equal pay for equal work. Equal Remuneration Act makes it illegal to discriminate against women and they are entitled to equal wages for equal work. The next right to free legal aid. Every woman, regardless of her income, is entitled to free legal aid. The next right to register FIR. It's mandatory to register a FIR cases of cybercrime against women. Any police officer refusing to register a FIR when the information discloses the commission of a cognizable offense against a woman shall be punishable under section 166A of the IPC. The next right, right against arrest at night. Unless there are exceptional circumstances justifying immediate action, no woman is to be arrested at night, and where such exceptional circumstances exist, then the arrest is to be made by woman police officer who shall make a written report to the concerned judicial magistrate of first class and obtain prior permission to arrest. The next right to have investigation conducted in a dignified manner. No female witness shall be attained any place other than her residence for any purpose of investigation in case the statement of a woman victim is to be subjected to medical examination. This has to be done by a female doctor or in the presence of other women with strict regard to decency. Two finger test to determine rape is illegal. So this is all about women rights. There are too many women's rights, but yes, I have chosen only important women rights to have a light on it. The next we are going to discuss about laws to safeguard women against cybercrime in India. Information technology has become the axis of today's global and technology developments. With the advancement of the internet, crimes using these tools to have widened, cybercrime pose a great threat to individuals, especially women, who form 90% of the victims. Every second, one woman in India gets tricked to be a victim of a cyber crimes, and the online platform is now the new platform where a woman's dignity, privacy, and security is increasingly being challenged every moment. Cybercrimes incept generally through fake IDs created on Facebook, Twitter, and other social media platforms, causing grave harm to women as through these platforms major blackmailing, threatening, bullying, or cheating via messenger messages and emails are done by preparators. Cybercrime means any criminal or other offense that is facilitated by or involves the use of electronic communications or information system, including any device or the internet or both or more of them. The most blatant cybercrimes that the women are facing in India and challenges in investigative process, few of them I have been discussed. So first we will discuss about cyber stalking. If a man pulls a woman dupatta, he can be dragged to the police station for attempting to disrobe under section 354B of IPC. Stalking means to pursue stealthily, and cyber stalking is a behavior in which an individual, group of individuals, or organization uses information and communication technology to harass one or more individuals. Cyber stalking is online threat and there is a no direct relationship between the victims and a cyber stalker. It is believed that over 75% of the victims are female. The motive behind are sexual harassment, for obsession, for love, for revenge and hate, and for ego and power trips. This is necessary to increase punishment to deter the crime. Under section 354D IPC, stalking is a criminal offense punishable with imprisonment up to 3 years and fine. The next we are going to discuss about cyber pornography. Rather than shaming the woman for having her pictures splash over revenge porn website, people should extend their support and shame the criminal instead. This would include pornographic website, pornographic magazines produced using computers. Cyber pornography is considered an exceptional case which has been covered by the IT Act 2000 to a certain extent by Section 67 of the IT Act 2000. The punishment is up to 5 years and fine. Along with IT Act, the preparator can be punished under various sections of IPC. Section 290 for committing public nuisance, Section 292 for sale of obscene books, etc., and Section 292A for printing or publishing grossly indecent or circulous matter or matter intended to blackmail, Section 293 for sale, etc., of obscene object to young person, and then Section 294 for doing or compromising writing, etc., of obscene songs, and finally under Section 509 for outraging the modesty of women. The next we are going to discuss about cyberbullying. A girl sending you a request on a Facebook does not mean she is interested in you. Cyberbullying is an intimidation, threat, or harassment using an electronic form of contact by the use of computers, mobiles, and the internet. It is a punishable under Section 506 of the IPC. It provides for imprisonment for a term which may extend to 2 years, a fine, or both. If the threat is to cause death or grievous hurt, it can lead to imprisonment for a term which may extend to 7 years. In a survey in 2040, India topped the list of 254 countries for cyberbullying. Blue whale challenge and other viral challenges such as the cinnamon are the most brutal form of bullying. The next we are going to discuss about cybersexual defamation. Defamation is another common crime against women in the net. This occurs when defamation takes place with the help of computers and the internet. Example, someone publishes defamatory matter about someone on a website or sends emails containing defamatory matters to others. With the invention of the internet, the life of a common man has been changed a lot. Under Section 499, IPC imprisonment up to 2 years and fine is imposed in a case of defamation. The next, we are going to discuss about harassment via email. Harassment includes blackmailing, threatening, bullying, and even cheating via email. Email spoofing is a tactic used in a phishing and spam campaigns because people are more likely to open an email when they think it has been sent by a legitimate source. Under Section 67A, punishment up to 5 years is imposed for harassment via email. The next we are going to discuss about trolling. If a girl receives messages like hi, hello, how are you from an unknown number, if she took a screenshot of the messages, the person is liable for harassment. Trolls spread conflict on the internet. Criminals start quarreling or upsetting victim by posting inflammatory or off-topic messages in an online community such as a news group, forum, chat rooms, or blog with the intention to provoke victims into an emotional, upsetting response. Trolls are professional abusers who, by creating and using fake IDs on social media, create a Cold War atmosphere in the cyberspace and are not even easy to trace. The next and the most important part of a cybercrime is where to lodge a complaint. A person aggrieved of the offense of cyber defamation can make a complaint to the cybercrime investigation cell. The cybercrime investigation cell deal with offenses related to the computer network, computer resource, computer systems, computer devices, and internet. It also has a power to look into the other high-tech crimes. In addition, provisions have now been made for filing of EFIR in most of the states. The most important points on how to protect yourself while surfing on internet. Password should not be given to others. Personal information should not be disclosed. Avoiding meeting online people alone. Webcam should be used with care. Agreement terms should be read. Avoid free downloading sites as their files may contain trojans. Thank you for listening us. And these are the most important topics today I have discussed with you all. A woman should be taught to believe in protecting herself on her own and not to be dependent on a man for her protection. She has the power to protect the world and not just herself. Thank you. For more updates related to cybersecurity, stay tuned with Key Cyber. Tab tak, be safe, be aware because cybercrime never pays. Thank you.